Do you feel that because you work for the Washington Post, you still have influence?
Mm.
The U.S. Congress will read you. You're probably one of the few sources of U.S. political leaders, or even the U.S. Embassy in Manila, um, or credible sources about the Philippines for these people. And these people influence Philippine politics, diba? So in a roundabout way, you can exert a lot of influence on Philippine politics simply because there's a big presumption that U.S. political leaders and political establishment in America will read your reporting.
First, I gotta say, it's a huge privilege for me to work here. I really love my job, and I think it's great that um, Filipinos are also well represented in a paper like the Washington Post. This would not have been the case, Sir Howie, I think like 20 years ago, diba? Parang, and for sure, the impact of journalism overall on the public awareness, it's dwindling not just in the Philippines but else everywhere around the world. The trust in news is kind of going down. But um that being said, like since you did mention that the Washington Post is one of those publications that is safely up there, quote and unquote, no. Thankfully, because of the legacy also that the paper has built for itself over the um decades. Uh, it is a huge privilege for me to work here. And I really hope that I'm, stepping up to the plate, and that our investigations are useful and will be helpful for people who are observing the Philippines. In the day to day, though, because I do live here in the Philippines, I don't always feel every day that we have like an impact. I still feel like every other regular Filipino, and every other regular Filipino journalist, that sometimes you feel like you're shouting into the void and then it doesn't necessarily make a difference. But every now and then there might be that one story that people will give a shout out to, that people will give credit to. Um, there have been a few stories like that over the years, and sometimes it's just in the form of a reader email, people who want to, for example, one story that we did was about a Jamaican pilot doing who was doing airlifts for medical evacuees during the pandemic. And then a lot of people reached out to want to help him. So may mga ganun pa ring may mga ganun pa ring connections, at least, that our stories make. And sometimes that's really what I enjoy as a journalist, like knowing, like you said, that hopefully these stories make a difference. But also, I guess maturing in the profession is also coming to an understanding that not every story will stick. Um, Hopefully, though, I think the watchers in the U.S. and elsewhere around the world will find informative stuff about our reportage here.